Dear learners, in this video we are going to see about the function of clutch in automotive transmission course. First of all, we have to understand about the fundamental of transmission. In automatic transmission transfers engine power to the wheels, managing torque and speed through different gear ratios to keep the engine in its optimal power band, enabling acceleration, deceleration and reverse. We are going to see this the fundamental of transmission, the basic components present in the transmission system. The main primary component is engine. Then again that is connected with the transmission, that is clutch and gear system, that is connected with the drive shaft. The drive shaft is connected with the differential. The differential is directly connected with the axle shaft. The axle shaft connected to the wheels. While engine start rotates, the engine power is converted into the wheel power through gear system, that is called transmission, that is converted into differential form that will enable acceleration, deceleration and the reverse operation. So this is called about the fundamental of transmission system. The main and primary source is the engine power. The power is to be connected to the wheel to drive the transmission, to take away the system through wheel system. We have to consider the same with respect to the in another way for representing the diagram. This is basically, we can say, the engine that is directly connected to the clutch and gearbox. After that, that will be connected to the road wheels. See, in order to manage the different speed, we can use it for the clutch and gearbox systems. For engaging and disengaging the engine to the wheel through clutch and gearbox, we can vary the different speed of operation, and engaging and disengaging the wheel system, that is transmission system. We have to use that clutch to manage the different speed of operation without disturbing the entire operation, or we can say that the smooth operation will be takes place by means of clutch system. Now the fundamentals involve using gears, the planetary sets to vary ratios with the types including manual, automatic, that is torque converters, planetary gears, hydraulics. Second one is dual clutch, or we can say DCT, and continuously variable transmission, CVT, all crucial for matching engine output to driving conditions for efficiency and performance. An automobile transmission system must efficiently transfer engine power to the wheels. So that is the primary aim, to ensure the power to be transferred to the wheels. Whatever the power developed in the engine should be transferred to the wheel, providing variable and torque ratios. So this can be achieved by means of clutch and gear system to match driving conditions. We have to say that the driving condition, we can increase the speed, decrease the speed, acceleration, deceleration, braking, everything will happen. That is nothing but the driving conditions. We are going to talk about this. The key requirements include enabling smooth shock free gear shift. We can say that smooth variation. Whatever we are going to do, changing the speed, that should be take place very smooth, enabling very smooth, and as well as shock free gear shifts. Okay, the shifting of the gear should be shock, allowing the engine to disconnect the drivetrain. That is nothing but clutch, providing a reverse gear and enabling different driving wheel speeds through a differential. Okay, what are the key requirements of a transmission system? There are a lot of key requirements. The first one is torque multiplication. The system must multiply engine torque to provide high torque for accelerating, clamping, and pulling, particularly at low speeds. Speed reduction. It must reduce the high speed of the engine crankshaft to a suitable speed for the wheels. So the first one is we have to ensure the torque multiplication. We have to provide low speed. We have to ensure that high torque. The second case is speed reduction. The key requirement for the second one is speed reduction in order to ensure that the reduction of the speed, the engine speed is constant. We have to ensure that the variable wheel speed. Then the third one is smooth operation without any jerky sudden variation. We have to ensure that the smooth operation for the transmission system, that is the clutch is used. The clutch must provide gradual engagement to prevent sudden jerks, while the gearbox allows smooth straight gear changes. The clutch and gearbox combine together to make a smooth operation. Next one is disengagement. It must allow the engine to be disconnected from the gearbox to allow for idling and shifting gears. That should be called as, we can say, disengagement. Reverse motion. Many times we need to go for the reverse operation. We have to move reverse direction. A mechanism must be included to reverse the direction of the wheel rotation. We have to ensure that for reversing the transmission system, the reversing motion is required. Differential action. It must allow the driving wheels to rotate at different speeds when turning, with the differential handling the 90-degree turn from the propeller shaft. That is, we have to say that the differential action. Okay. Disengagement we have seen already. These are the things we have. Differential action we have seen. A vibration damping. The system should dampen engine vibrations to ensure the smooth ride. Control arrest the vibration to ensure the smooth ride. The last one parameter is durability and efficiency. Components must be designed for high load capacity, good heat dissipation, and minimum power loss that ensure that reliability and efficiency. Next, we will see about the clutch construction. Basically, clutch is a mechanical device in manual transmission vehicles that engages and disengages the power transmission from the engine's flywheel to the transmission input shaft. The transmission input shafts receive the power from the engine. Its primary function is to allow smooth gear changes and enable vehicle to stop without stalling the engine by interrupting torque transfer. It is basically acts as a bridge between the engine and wheel. So it ensures the enable power transfer to be interrupted to shift gears without damaging the gearbox. So this is the basic structure of the clutch. So this shows the engine shaft and the clutch shaft, how this will be engaged and disengaged. We will see in the next slide. So the what are the basic key components in the clutch structure construction? The first one is flywheel. This is nothing but flywheel bolted to the engine crankshaft, providing a friction surface. The second one is clutch disc or plate. This is we can say that clutch plate or we can say clutch disc position between the flywheel and pressure plate. This is actually pressure plate. Position between the flywheel and the pressure plate, split to the transmission input shaft. This is actually input shaft. It's lined with the frictional material. Friction material. Okay. Next one is pressure plate. This is actually pressure plate, a spring loaded component that forces. This is actually spring, clutch spring, that forces the clutch disc against the flywheel. That is actually pressure plate is required to engage and disengage provision. Diaphragm or coil springs, that is provide the clamping force to the in order to ensure the clutch to be engaged, to maintain or keep the clutch to be engaged. So that's the purpose the diaphragm or coil spring is used. Okay, this is actually we can say that the fixed lining. Next one is release bearing or fork disengages the pressure plate when the clutch pedal is pressed. Okay, this is the basic structure of the clutch. We can say this is actually flywheel. This is actually a pressure plate, a release bearing, clutch disc. This is called as clutch disc. This is a open view of the 3D structure of clutch structure. How the clutch will be work? We can see about the function of the clutch. We can have we are going to apply for the pedal, clutch pedal, and release the pedal. What will happen? We will see first. We will see we are having three figures. The first two figures represents the clutch, clutch pedal is pressed. The second one is clutch pedal is released. Okay, the construction in such a way that to engage and disengage the clutch with gear, that the provision is made by means of applying the clutch pedal. The structure or construction is made like that. First we will see when the clutch pedal is pressed. We will see the first one, first image represent the clutch pedal is pressed. The clutch is disengaged state, cuts off power from the engine. This is actually engine shaft to the transmission. Okay, this is the situation where the driver can allow to change the gears. This is actually both are separated. So the engine power and as well as the wheel transmission. The transmission and the engine power is disconnected so that the time the driver can change the gears. That is the time to change the gear without affecting the gear system, or smooth transmission will take place during that operation. Second one is when the clutch pedal is released. This structure image represents when the clutch pedal is released. We will see both the operation combined together while pressing that clutch pedal and releasing the clutch pedal. How the function will take place. When it is released, the clutch engaged state reconnects the engine and transmission, enabling smooth power delivery and enabling smooth gear transitions. Once it is released, that will be engaged engine as well as transmission engine combined together to get the power from the engine that will be transferred to the wheels. The entire process works through either hydraulic or mechanical systems. See, in most modern manual vehicle systems, that is, manual transmission vehicles, a hydraulic clutch system is used, which includes hydraulic fluid for smoother operation. The fluid is used for the medium for smoother operation. We can say the function and operation. There are three way we have to say the operation: encased, pedal up, pedal down, and partial engagement. We have seen about these two: pedal engaged position and disengaged position while applying the pedal down and up condition. The third one is partial engagement, that is called slipping, allows for a smooth transfer of power when starting from a stop, preventing a jerky motion. We have to ensure that the partial engagement is required from the stop position. We have to ensure that starting, smooth acceleration is required. We have to say partial engagement. We can say the main functions. What are the main functions? Smooth gear changes. It briefly disconnects power to allow the gears to shift, starting and stopping, enabling the engine to run. The vehicle is stationary, starting and stopping. Torque transfer efficiently connects the engine to the drivetrain. So there are a lot of clutch types are there in the practical cases. For the practical transmission system vehicles, different type of vehicles are there at present scenario. There are a lot of clutches are used based upon the rating type of transmission. It depends upon that requirement. We can classify the type of clutches. The first one is friction clutch, cone clutch, overrunning clutch, safety clutch, centrifugal clutch, hydraulic clutch, electromagnetic clutch, dog clutch, single plate clutch, diaphragm clutch. So these are the various type of clutches are used, depends upon the requirement and the functionality. We can classify the clutches. We can say that the single plate dry clutch, that is mostly used in the cars. Multi-plate bed clutch used where high torque and compact size are required. The cone clutch is suitable for higher torque but now largely replaced. Centrifugal clutch, that is for automatic engagement for small vehicles. Diaphragm spring clutch preferred in modern automobiles due to reduced pedal force and uniform pressure. So the type of clutches depends upon the requirement and basic design, that is basic application that will be developed. Next video we will see about that how the gearbox will work for smooth transmission, that is variable speed will be obtained. I hope this video is very useful for you to understand about the function of the basic function of the clutch system in a automatic transmission system. Thank you.